Hello all and welcome to week number 10 of CNG 256. Can't believe we're already two-thirds into the semester. We have a little over 5 weeks left. Let's see, I owe you guys 2 weeks of grading. I'll get a start on that tomorrow. Today I got to finish a project for work, so I got to wrap that up before I go diving into this. For this week, you need to prepare for your testing environment. Getting started, what you need. This Metasploit here is a box. Make sure to import it into your virtual environment, and then it's not create a new machine. You just want to open a virtual machine. I know I finally got access to Workstation 16, and when you open Metasploit up, let's see if I can get it going here. When you open Metasploit up, it should tell you, well, it does tell you username and password when it's done loading, and I'll go ahead and let that cook over there. You do have to change Metasploit's IP address if you do not have a DHCP server on your network. Right now, I think we're running 192.168.1.1 or 1.0 as the network address of these DICE and Kali. So to put that Metasploit on there, you'd have to choose a same network as well, 192.168. 1 dot something. Can't be your network address, can't be the Kali Linux box address, can't be the broadcast address, can't be DICE address. So it can't be a couple of addresses out of 254. Well, I guess it's really not 254 because we already used some. We always use 252. So here's your username and password right on the Metasploit machine. So you'll need to log in and change that IP address in there. To change that IP address, power off. To change that IP address, make sure you look up Ubuntu configuring a static IP, or how to configure a static IP in Linux. There's like a 3-minute video that shows you how to do this. Basically, you open up Vim, and I think it's /etc /etsy/interfaces /enter, and it'll bring up a little window. It'll have your, depending on, well, if you have one network card on Metasploit, it'll just bring up Etho1 and say it's DHCP related. You basically either want to comment out that line or just modify that line to static, and then put in the IP address, the subnet mask, the network address, the broadcast address, and lastly the gateway. And exit and save it, and your Metasploit machine will be then on the network that you're currently on, and that'll prepare you for next week when we start our tests. I went and shifted the test down a week, where we get our web hacking test, and you got a week to complete that test. Remember, they're not. It's basically another way, another lab. It may be missing some parts. I encourage you guys to work together. Once again, collaborate. To collaborate and get that together. Sorry, I saw an email come in. My apologies for that. For the rest of the semester, up until week 11, 12, 13, and 14, we'll be taking tests every week. Week 15, we'll do that portfolio assignment. Basically, you will draft I don't have it in there. You will draft a presentation on a topic that you'd like this semester, or I should say that resonated with you this semester. It could be a topic in the book, could be a project we did, could be a test we did, but feel free to do a short presentation. Basically, Portfolio helps you prepare for job interview. Yeah, basically it just comes down to a job interview example. So when somebody says, tell me something that was a problem for you and you overcame, just like we had last week, we had a problem of the depreciated values when we ran the script. How do we overcome that? We did some quick thinking and researched other ways to complete it. I think Nicholas came up with another way to complete the lab. But all these are in preparation to help you answer those interview questions. We didn't really work with a team, but we did work in a team environment, working in Google Hangouts. How did you collaborate? And if you get a question on how do you work with a team, I provided input when I was available. All great examples of questions that do pop up in interviews. If you're looking for, if you just do like the top interview questions, feel free to look at those. They will also maybe help you decide on what, if you're having a tough time trying to figure out something to do a little presentation on, hopping back there and doing those will also help you do that. So start thinking about that now. Portfolio, 5 slides or so, something you liked. You'll write a little bit more than a paragraph of why you liked it. Think of job interview questions. Feel free to Google search the top 10 interview questions going around now. Make that preparation so when you get out there and go to that job interview, and guarantee it's going to pop up, you tell them, what do you think, if they say, what do you think your greatest asset is, or maybe what you need to improve upon, you're sort of prepared and say, hey, you know what, I learned that, I don't know, that'd be mostly self-reflective. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Make sure you get your test environment set up. That's probably the key thing for this week. Start early. Make sure to get it done. It's real. There's like I said, a 2-3 minute video out there that shows you, that runs through it pretty quick. But if you just pause that video as you're setting it up, it makes it a lot easier. And if you have any questions, reach out in Google Hangouts.